You may have noticed back at reek and rank and slip and slump that extra N's and M's were sneaking into words. N and M are nose letters or nasals. Nasalization happens because it's easier to say arrange than orek, the Edenic word that means to arrange. In baseball or football, sometimes we have to bunt or punt. It's easier to say bunt or punt than ba'at, which is to kick or strike out at in Edenic. There is also a whole chapter documenting nasalization in English and other languages. English got the word bamboo from Malay in Asia. This hollow reed is the abub in the Bible. That's another bait or BB reed word like papyrus and paper. Again, the extra N in bamboo is from abub, any reed or tube. You know about letter shifts, so you can probably hear a pipe or fife or oboe. Arabic is an old Semitic language, but is it as old as Edenic? The Edenic khazir, a pig, became the Arabic khansir, a pig. Older Edenic and even later Hebrew doesn't nasalize words from any language. There's another chapter demonstrating how two of the three consonant letters of a root can swap places. This is called metathesis. Remember spill and slip? Our dictionaries can't see that the SPC in spectators, speculate, or spectacles are the same as the SCP in microscopes and telescopes. The experts are far too skeptical in their view of anything in the Bible to consider how all these variations can come from shin, kuf, pei, shakaf, to look or see. Inversions of the English or foreign word to resemble its Edenic source is not surprising, given that Western languages flow from left to right, while Semitic languages go from right to left. A lot of sound-alike letters are mirror images of each other, like Gimel and K, Tet and D, Chaf and C, and Resh and small r. Inversions involve letters swapping places, much like metathesis. This is far more common with short two-consonant letter words. Here's an example with a three-letter consonant word, Daled, Beit, Shin. Devash, it means date honey, history's first sugar. Reverse the Daled, Beit, Shin to get S, V, D in English letters. Mild letter shifts get us to SWT. Sweet, isn't it? Instead of the alphabet, borrowed from Aleph Beit, here are English and Hebrew letters arranged by the part of the mouth used to make the sounds. Here are the interchangeable lip letters, or bilabials, the interchangeable throat letters, or gutturals, the interchangeable tooth letters, or dentals, the interchangeable tongue letters, or liquids, the interchangeable nose letters, or nasals, and the interchangeable whistling letters, the sibilants, or fricatives. There is a seventh branch in our menorah of diversity, the apparently divine brain disturbance that created our 70 original language and national groups. That seventh branch involves the interchangeable vowels. Even in different neighborhoods of the same city, these vowels are pronounced differently. The well-established rules of letter shifting are called Grimm's laws, but the medieval French Bible commentator Rashi wrote about this and made this observation many centuries before the brothers Grimm. Nasalization involves the nose letters, or nasals, and we touched on these a few slides ago, and perhaps you're now noticing how often an N, or M, appears out of thin air, which is not there in the word's original Edenic form. Nasalization is always easy to pick up, and it helped disguise the Edenic origin of words. The most common English word is and. Ayin daled, od, means further, or in addition. The source of the word, add, but scholars didn't figure out that and was a nasalized ad, also from od. Now this slide shows how ikale, bend, is behind nasalized words like angle, England, England, and English. Nasalization is so natural that even the original form of Jack and Jacob, Jacob, got pronounced Yankob and Yankel by some European Jews. Here's a list of Edenic words. I'll tell you the meanings, and you see if you can come up with the nasalized English word before the correct answer appears. Atik means very old. Abub is a hollow reed or pipe. Dats is to leap in joyous exultation. Hake is to look forward to something. Nofet is a flirty adulteress. Rakats is to wash. Shuf is to rub or polish. Shoach is the leg or thigh. Suach is to bend down, the source of sag. Safak is to slap or clap. Resh ayin is either ra or rag, which is mistranslated as evil. Edenic resh allows for wr in English. Now, here's an interactive game with metathesis, where letters from the Edenic origin have switched places. From the column of English words on the left, beseech, to beg for, lines up with the Edenic bekesh, to request. Dark lines up with kedar, black or sad. Degree lines up with dargah, a step or gradation. Halt lines up with chadal, to cease or stop. Grid lines up with geder, a fence, a similar grading or perimeter barrier of vertical lines. One often has to be creative to see these links a millennia later. Market lines up with mocher, to sell. Tinker, which is now more about fiddling with something, but a professional tinker would repair broken household items, so it lines up with tikkun, to repair, the source of technology. Some quick mind in the audience may have easily gotten all of these right, so give them a prize.
Speak up, the language of the Hebrew man. Loud and clear, the language of the Hebrew man. It is the language of the prophets, of the sign upon the wall. It is old and sacred. It will open up your soul. Speak up, the language of the Hebrew man. Loud and clear, the language of the Hebrew man.